Hi guys, welcome back to Let's Play Street Fighter Cross Megaman. In the last part, we got through a couple bosses, we perfected Ryu, and missed Knee Tank. Friggin' Balrog. And I'm back again with...
JAKATO X?
Yes, and this is Vega's stage. Spoiler alert.
Or this is Balrog if you follow the Japanese one. I know, it's confusing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Boxer... Yeah, it's like Boxer, Dictator, and I forgot what the last one was. They had to like use some kind of universal name thing so people from Japan and America wouldn't get confused.
If only they could do that with Marvel from Bloody Roar. Because over here she's known as Sheena. But this stage, oh my god, this stage. Like, you pretty much have to figure out the pattern to get through it. And even when you know the pattern, my god, it's a pain in the ass.
Right.
I don't know how I do it so well here, but basically what I'm doing is trying to make use of my weapons, because they will help you in this stage, or you could fall off like me. That will happen.
Later doesn't happen in a bad spot.
Yeah, but the fire weapon you can aim, so make use of that. Basically what I'm saying, like, use what you have, because you're gonna need it.
Oh wait, now I think I remember what the third one was. It was Claw. Yeah, that was it. Boxer, Dictator, and Claw. A lot of people say Dictator doesn't really make that sense, because, you know, Bison's more of a terrorist than a dictator, but that's more off of the movie.
Yeah. Ah, the movie. Yeah. I love the Street Fighter movie.
Oh yeah, it's pretty fun.
I mean, it's not amazing or anything, but I love it.
Yeah, it was still okay. Kinda.
There are far worse video game movies, and I am just getting my ass kicked here. Like, come on, buddy, use a weapon.
Yeah, I would have just reflected that thing already.
I just mentioned that. Yeah, well, at this point, I'm like, I don't want to waste any weapon energy, and then and then I realize when I die, oh wait, it gets refilled anyways.
Right. That's why I just usually use the weapon stuff, because like chances are you'll find an energy tank, or you'll get it refilled when you die.
Yeah, so... But having the energy refill at the end of every, excuse me, at the end of every time you get a new life, really took away the purpose of, W tanks and the energy equalizer. Which I'm fine with, because, honestly, I'd much prefer to have my weapons refilled after every life than having to scrounge for W tanks.
Yeah, because like you have to like go back and forth trying to get more tanks. Like just killing the same enemies, like you know the ones where you like go back on the previous part of the stage and just go back to the next screen.
Megaman 2 was like infamous for that. Like, there's this one part of the game, because they don't refill your energy between Wily stages. So there's just one part of the game where you basically just have to grind for weapon energy. And if you die, you have to grind for weapon energy again.
Yeah, yeah.
I love Mega Man 2, it's a good game, but
yeah, Mega Man 2 is great. That
part just puts me back. I'm like, see, this is why they introduced W tanks. So you don't have to do this bullshit anymore. I think I'm trying to get that thing and it's not happening.
Yeah, look at those masks on those, like, pillars and stuff, and I'm just reminded of that one Kirby enemy.
Actually reminds me of the enemy from Mario 2.
Oh yeah, right, those guys.
But I like how the game has mercy and gives you energy and a free life. Okay, and there's a lot of video glitching here. Like, this battle really lagged, so I really apologize for this one. I tried my best. The video just lagged so bad when I was recording it.
No, Vega's crazy.
A lot of people are like, you can't beat Vega. A lot of people have trouble beating Vega with just Buster or whatever, and have to use Knee Tank against him. And I think I do at one point during this recording, but the thing with Vega is, yeah, I do use a Knee Tank. But the thing with Vega is that his pattern is really easy once you figure it out. It's hard to dodge, but it's really easy. If you stay towards the middle... Oh, I perfected him. That's how you cheat the perfect system. But if you stay towards the middle and just move quickly, like slide out of the way, you're almost, like, 80% of the time you're guaranteed not to get hit. It's pretty easy to dodge his attacks. He
map reminds me of just like a Neo Geo Pocket Camp.
The biggest problem with Vega is he just does so much damage that getting hit a couple times by Vega is a problem. But, anyways, here is the hardest stage in the game. And it's not because of the level. It's because of what's after the level.
Right.
And my god, like, this wouldn't be such a problem if E-Tanks weren't so limited, but because they are, you have to be so careful where you use them. And there is an E-Tank up there. I already got this because I cut a part out. But, there is an E-Tank up there on the left that those 3 bots are blocking. They're shooting the mines, so that's why it's not there. So, also, these bosses seem harder the second time around.
Yeah, it was definitely hard for me the second time around because it was new at the time. It was like, I don't know which boss is which canister tube thing, teleporter.
Yeah.
So it's like, I had to guess and then have a power out already.
Like, I have a pretty good idea at this point of which one they're in, but it's just deciding who is worth it to fight first. Like, who's gonna give you the most trouble.
Right.
And I was like, I always start with Ryu because right after Ryu is Dhalsim, and Dhalsim's easy if you have his weakness, so you can get health back to fight a harder boss. And this is why you want to save your E-Tanks for this part. Not the final boss, for this part. If you die, you've wasted it. So, you basically have to not die and save your E-Tanks at the same time. Which is tough. And what I mean not die is not lose all your lives and game over. Because that's the worst at this point in the game.
Yeah, it'd be very bad.
And see, like, right after Ryu, I went after Rolento, because Rolento's easier. In my eyes, anyways. And I can take him at fairly easy without taking too much damage. Like, I still take a little bit, but as you can see, I've quite a bit left, so...
I like how Rolento's weakness is a satellite, kinda.
His weakness is technology. So, I don't know why...
it's like a mine detector, but it's a satellite, kinda.
I don't know why I refill my energy still, but, I'm debating here who I should fight, because I have quite a bit of health left. And, of course, I go after Blanca, and he's another one I would consider easy, but because of his weakness, you're stationary, so it's easy to get hit, so I'm not, might be good to get him out of the way. His super. But yeah, this is like, everybody I know has so much trouble with this at first. Like, the first time I played the game, I spent an hour at the boss gauntlet. It's the part of the game that I loathe. So,
some people don't really like it.
Well, yeah. When CJ first played this, and was streaming it, he had the same problem. He spent almost an hour here, and it's easy to see why. But Dhalsim, he's one of the easier ones, because look, he just gets devastated.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this. Bam.
Crazy, yeah.
So I always save him for one of the ones when I have low health. So, I always say if you beat at least 4 bosses in 1 life, you're doing okay. And I've beaten 4 in 1 life already, so... The biggest problem is, now there's not as many weak bosses as there are hard bosses. Now,
yeah.
I consider Rose moderate. Because while she's fast, she doesn't do all that much damage, and she's easy to hit.
Go forward, slide right into a melon.
Slide into my melon, bitch. Bitches love melons. I wanted to know why melons were the weapon for Blanca, and when I looked it up, I was like, really?
You looked up?
Yeah, I was like, really? I'll give it away in my review, but I was just like, oh my god. So here I start fighting him with Buster, because I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to hit him. It might be worse if I try to use my... See, that's what I hate, like, you get close to him and you don't know how big the arc's going to be. And here he is, using his super, but he didn't get to use it because I bombed his super, I guess. I set him up the bomb.
The other thing, too, about the mines is you also gotta mine the, ricochet from the walls.
Mm-hmm. There we go. So I got rid of him, and I think I take on Chun-Li next. I'm not sure.
It's like how all those street bots just turn into light.
Yeah. I'm like, who's easy for me to beat? So I go I go Chun-Li.
Gal Geiger there.
What was that?
Yeah, nothing.
I thought I heard Gao Gaigar from you.
No, that'd just be ridiculous.
That'd be cool though.
No, because I was saying because they turn to light. That's kind of like a light. The hammer, they turn to light. It's kind of.
I did take a little bit of damage from Chun-Li, but you get so tense at this point that you're just like, oh, I'm so close. I can't remember if I beat the boss gauntlet without needing an E-Tank this time or not. I'm pretty sure I need to use one, but I have 4, so at this point I'm just like, if I need to use one, I'll use one. And spoiler alert, I didn't unlock Akuma, but I'm pretty sure anybody watching this knows that, because they'll see how many perfects I got. But, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I was gonna do it just for the review, but I'm like, every attempt I make, I just do so bad when I get to this part. And the one time I did good, the game froze, so I was like, fuck it. So, if anybody out there wants to record Akuma for me, I will credit you. But I'm not doing that fight. Or I'm not unlocking that. It's just too much of a pain in the ass. Yay, and I had one left. I think I do end up needing an E-Tank. I can't remember. Like, I recorded this weeks ago, so I'm trying to remember.
I just saw it because earlier you had 4 and then you now got 3.
Did I use one? Yeah.
Yeah,
I did use one. Well, anyways, now time for...
Captain Commando Cyclops.
Oh god, freaking Captain Commando.
Yeah. You know, his game is in the same city as Final Fight, but like in the future.
So it's futuristic Final Fight?
Yeah, pretty much.
Damn.
It's the same city.
I'll have to get that game now then, if I can find it.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Oh, and I show the hovering when using the kick.
Right.
Which is a good exploit if you want to get items, but I never use it.
It's pretty good.
And now we're on to the final battle. Who could it possibly be?
I like the homage to the grass scenes. Street Fighter.
Ascending from the heavens. I mean, who else could it be? This guy isn't very hard. In fact, the first time I beat him, I did it with an E-Tank. But the thing is, he moves around a lot.
Right.
Which makes him hard to hit. Especially with the Hadouken, which is his weakness. And I'm not charging it up for some reason. I don't know why I'm not. Do I use an E-Tank? Yeah.
Yep, E-Tanked.
I think I have to use a couple here because I'm fighting him and I'm like, why am I not doing that much damage? Oh, I should probably charge it up. And he uses a super. Alright, and then I use another E-Tank. because one wasn't enough, and I ran out of Hadokens, and now I gotta fight him with his other sort of weakness, Laser. Which actually seems to be pretty effective, so... And there you have it. Me having to use up the laser weapon.
When in doubt, always laser it.
Yup. And now...
Use bombs wisely.
One of the few cutscenes in the game...
You know, I kind of like how the ending is here, but it would have been cooler if they actually had Ryu's walking away theme. Like 8-bit style.
Yeah, I was actually talking during I was writing the review. I'm like, there really is no story to this game. It's hard to put one down because there's no cutscenes even showing anything. This is the only one, and it doesn't really explain anything.
Not like Ryu walking away, but is it so much to ask for that walking away theme from Street Fighter 2?
Yeah.
That would have been cool. I mean, they even used that in, like, what do you call it, Match of Millennium for, like, Neo Geo Pocket when they fought SNK. Not exactly 8-bit, but whatever the Neo Geo was.
So I'm not going to get into too much of my thoughts on this game, because I have a review, but JAKATO, what did you think of this game when you first beat it?
Oh, I thought it was, like, pretty good, considering, you know, it was free, and, like, it was... You know, it was showing an example of, like, two games, Megaman and Street Fighter, and I think they, like, covered it pretty well. It was the best thing? I wouldn't say it's the best, but it was still good.
Does this... Now, here's my second question. Is Capcom forgiven in your eyes, or do they still have a lot to do?
They're gonna have to do a little bit more than that, because, like, I'm a fan of, like, a lot of their franchises, and some of the moves for the other stuff is kind of still sketchy. So, it's somewhat redeeming, but I wouldn't say 100% all the way.
Okay.
Just yet.
And another question, do you... This was originally a fan game that started back in 2009.
Right, I was there for, like, the original announcement video. I was, like, kind of, like, waiting for that to come out. I didn't really hear anything until, you know, the game actually came out real.
But, do you consider this... Even though Capcom, you know, funded the ending development of the project and all the promotion and everything, does this feel like a cop-out to you, or do you think the game's better for Capcom's involvement?
I think it got a little bit better because Capcom was involved, but it was still, you know, like, still feels like a little like a cop-out.
Well,
I wouldn't say all the way, because I thought it was a nice gesture. Like, you know.
Well, yeah, I'll get on my feelings on that when I do the review. But anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching my Let's Play of Street Fighter Cross Megaman with my co-host here, JAKATO.
Later, guys.
And we'll see you in my next LP, whatever that is. Catch you later.